Hey everybody, it's Uncle John with the Growling Spider story. So this begins about 1843, no, 1992. Our daughter Carolyn had just been born, and we were creating a nursery in the apartment we lived in. I think it was in Whitensville. Beautiful old Victorian place. We had several extra rooms. So we had picked the sunny side of the house, and we'd done the room in all baby colors, and it was beautiful. All the furniture was brand new. And so we had just had a couple things left to do, a couple tasks. And one of them was just cleaning out the windowsills and hanging up the curtains and blinds, which on this day, that was my task. So I went upstairs, sunny day, and opened up the first window I came to. I looked down to see how dirty the windowsill was, and I see a gigantic black furry spider in the corner of the windowsill. And I'm not squeamish, but this was tough. I realized probably my best bet is to grab a tissue, probably 15 of them, and reach in somehow and gather the courage to take this spider out. So I gather my courage and strength, and I move toward the window with the tissue in hand, with a little bit of the back of the tissue hanging out of my hand, just about like this. I move down toward the spider, and as I get closer and the tissue enters the whole windowsill, and I move toward the spider, I hear, and I leapt in the air. The spider just growled at me. I was certain of it. I get my wits back. I approach the window a second time. I couldn't believe what I just witnessed. So again, I try to get my courage up and reach in to get the spider. I reach in the second time, and as I get closer to the spider, I ran downstairs, screaming to Sue that we had a spider that was growling at me. I was horrified, and this spider had absolutely gotten the better of me. And after a conversation, it was decided I was going to show her this growling spider. Although I was scared to death, the two of us went upstairs, and the window was still open, and I showed her the spider. She's like, yeah, that's a big spider, but what do you mean it growls? So I reach in with the tissue, and as I'm looking down toward the spider, I see a silver metal screw loose that was just laying in the sill of the window, and it had a little trail behind it of dust, and I realized that the back of the tissue was hooking on the screw, and as I moved toward the spider, the screw was dragging across the metal surface, going, "Eah!" And that's when I had to tell Sue that there was no growling spider. It was just a metal screw. But for half an hour, I believed wholeheartedly that that spider growled at me twice. And that is the story of the growling spider.